Dear viewers, the game will soon start. So first of all, let's get to know the members from the contest. First, we look at the members from Uzbekistan. We have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. This is the members from Team 2 from Uzbekistan. Also, we have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. Now, let's take a look at the members from Team China. The leader, Liu Shun. Reconnaissance officer, Li Mingzhu. And the driver, Huang Shunxiang. From Team 2, we have leader Wang Xing, reconnaissance officer Song Jingchao, and the driver Feng Bo. Now for the Team 1 of these two countries, they are entering into the air tightness inspection room. In the individual game, we already give you some rules. So we have to check the air tightness for their gas mask. So in this room, we have irritant gas, which will simulate the situation of toxic gases. People may pay attention to the impact of the gases. So actually, rest assured, during the game, for the irritant gas is within the safety range. So if the soldiers have some contact of this gas, they may have some allergic reaction, but there will not be other reactions for these people. Also during the game, especially in the reconnaissance zone, and also the radioactive source, all of these are within safety range. And after the game, we will do the decontamination work. The reason why we are using the toxic agent is want to have a simulation of the battlefield. Also, we want to simulate the complexity of the battlefield. For the Chemical Defense Corps, they have to do what they can in the drills and the training so that they have the power to deal with the real-time situation. Dear viewers, and the two teams are ready for the contest. They have finished the air tightness inspection. Now they are collecting the probes and cars so that they could do their work in the radiation reconnaissance and the chemical reconnaissance. So now you could see the judges, they also taken videos capturing each details for the game, making sure that each one of the decisions and judgments are made in a fair, just, and open way. On August the 25th, we have the individual race. After the game, for all the teams, they also show respect to the evaluation system. And for each step of our game, actually we are taking videos and you could watch the replay for each section of the game. And in the end, the judges will make the final decision. Here also we would like to say a big thank you to all the working staff working backstage. Because of their efforts, that we will have a smooth game. So in the context, you could watch the show. However, behind the scene, all of these soldiers, they have dedicated a lot for the game. Because behind each one of the team, they have soldiers, leaders, and also they have media coverage. Each one of the team, they spare no efforts to prepare for the game. So for all the team members, they understand they need to cooperate with each other in order to deliver a good performance and to gain victory because of their devotion. they have an excellent performance in the end. Now we are still going through the last-minute preparation. A lot of details need to be taken care of. Now the two teams have already collected all the probes and the equipments required. Now they're ready to get on the fighting vehicle. The first round of competition is about to start. At the starting line, you could see the members from Uzbekistan, they're cheering up for themselves. We wish them a successful performance today. So for Uzbekistan, as they're new to the International Army Games, we wish them a good performance today. Now the members are ready to get on the vehicle. So in the outer track, it is from China, and Uzbekistan are in the inner track. Now the working staff is again making last-minute preparation. Now we could see the team are ready for the game. Dear viewers, the game will start soon. 3, 2, 1, go! Dear viewers, the first round officially starts, and for the two vehicles, they're heading to the first obstacle, the ramp. So now we could see the bombs and the smokes. It is a simulation of the battlefield. Now, after they pass the ramp, they are going through the limited gate. Now they are going to the third obstacle, the minefield. And we have to be very careful in passing the minefield. And Team China is still leading Uzbekistan. And soon, Team China will arrive at the chemical reconnaissance zone. So in the individual game, as we said, in this area, it is a simulation of a chemical contaminated area. So first, they have to set up the timer and also to try to identify the toxic agents. So you could see Liu Shun is trying to identify the toxic agent from the contaminated area. So we have to pay attention to the skills for the reconnaissance officer. This will also have an impact to the final time. So in this area, we need to speed up and identify the toxic agent. All right, now Team China is passing through the dual-track bridge. Very nice pass. And they are going through the S-shaped road. Huang Shunxiang is the driver from Guizhou Zunyi. And yesterday in the interview, he told us his family is also watching the game. Let's look forward to his excellent performance. And actually, we could see the spirit of Chinese military from Huang Shunxiang. And he said he would like to leave a record for the game. And behind the words, we could see his confidence and spirit of Chinese army. We look forward to the excellent performance. Now, Uzbekistan, right now, they're collecting the sample for the chemical reconnaissance. And for Team China, it already passed the crater. It's very fast, very nice turn. Keep accelerating, and soon they will arrive at the radiation reconnaissance zone. set up the timer, and now they are trying to identify the radiative source. Li Mingzhu is the reconnaissance officer. In the individual game, we also give some introduction of him, and actually he is the youngest soldier participating in the 2021 IAG, and this time in the game, it also tests his skills and also showcases the Chinese spirit and the Chinese military power. Let's look forward to the excellent performance. Li Mingzhu is completed the task for the radiational reconnaissance, and the vehicle starts its engine again. Soon it will arrive at the anti-tank ditch. So for the driver, and also they have to control the direction and the speed of the vehicle. Very nice turn. Now the vehicle is entering into the area of the slope. So you could see still the vehicle is very fast. Now it arrived at the areas of the blindage. For this blindage, it is also a simulation of the real-time battlefield. This is to protect the vehicle for the air attack. So for the vehicle, it has to maintain its speed, and now the vehicle is still accelerating, and it will arrive at the hill. Now you could see it's very fast for the vehicle. And now if we look at the Uzbekistan, they already arrived at the radiational reconnaissance, and the reconnaissance officer is trying to check the radiative source. And for Team China, team number 1, they are coming to the decontamination zone. Get off the vehicle. So in this area, we need 3 officers to cooperate with each other to do the decontamination work. And this area is actually a simulation for a contamination area, and we need to decontaminate all of those toxic gases and toxic agents. They need to do the spraying and the brushes and to remove the toxic agent. And also the time to remove the contamination elements will decide the final ranking. Alright, they already complete the decontamination work, and soon they will arrive at the obstacles and the barriers. Dear viewers, and for the soldiers from China, they're actually coming from a 31st the Army group, and we have people born after 1990s, and also we have some very young faces born after 2000. And actually they conquer a lot of difficulties and demonstrate the military power. So you could see the first soldier is trying to go through the roadway. Especially for the young soldiers, they spare no efforts and also bring hope to the Chinese army. For the young generation, they already grow up. They are using their strength to demonstrate their power. They could protect China, and also they could protect the border. For these young soldiers, they become the national soldiers, and also they're able to compete with soldiers from other countries and write up a new chapter for the Chinese army. So for the driver has just passed the net wall, and now they're trying to go through the hole. As for the soldiers, they're actually using different methods to pass different barriers. And this will also have an impact for their speed. Now we could see he just passed the ladder. Soon he will be arriving at the balance beam. For the balance beam, it will have a task of the skill of their balance, and also it will have a task for their mental state. So you could see the officer has go through the smokes and bombs and also trying to pass the damaged houses. And for the second team member of Team China already passed the sky ladder. Let's cheer up for Team Uzbekistan. Now the first team member from China already passed the single lock bridge. Change the way to hold the gun, and he's trying to go through the loop road. For this loop road, it's also a simulation of a narrow channel, especially under contaminated areas. So this is the test of the coordinated skills for the soldiers. Now the soldier is trying to pass through the low pile net. Very fast and steady performance. Now the team Uzbekistan, you could see the first member is trying to go through the ropeway. Let's cheer up for them. So for the first member of Team China, already entered into the deep hole, last 10 meters, dash. So he finished the game. The first team member already complete the game. Let's wait for the second member. During the relay, so they will use the cutter as the relay race. So they have to make sure that they have a very smooth relay, otherwise they will be penalized for 20 seconds. So for the three members of Team China already complete the first round of relay, departure again. Now the second team starts its journey. So for the relay race, it's actually an extension for the individual race. Also, it will have a test for the comprehensive skills for each one of the team. So actually, it is a test of the military power of different teams. So during the relay, let's see what surprises will it bring to us. Now you could see Team 2 from China already passed the minefield, and soon it will be arriving at the chemical reconnaissance zone. Very nice parking. Get off the vehicle. Song Jingchao from Shandong is the reconnaissance officer. So you could see he's very fast in identifying the toxic agent. Very nice, and now he's trying to fill in the card, collecting the soil, set the timer. All right. Team China already complete the chemical reconnaissance work. Very fast, you could see the vehicle. Feng Bo is the driver. Actually, he is a senior soldier. Very nice skill in the driving skills. So actually, for individual race, he already set a new record. Let's see today in the relay race whether he can make a new record again. Now the S-shaped road, and the vehicle is still accelerating. Now it passed the snake-shaped road. So for the S-shaped road and also the snake-shaped road, it's very difficult, especially it requires a higher standard for the skills for the driver. We need the driver to pay full attention during the driving. Now let's take a look at the team Uzbekistan. The first member has completed the relay, and they're trying to catch up with Team China. Very nice turn from Team China, and soon it will arrive at the radiational reconnaissance room. Very nice parking. Wang Xin, the reconnaissance officer, very young officer. He was born after 20,100, and also he's doing the radiational reconnaissance zone. So in the individual game, in less than 23 seconds, he completed the radiational reconnaissance. So young generation represents the future and also bring hopes to the future for the Chinese army. So this time we have 2 soldiers born after 2000 and they're quite young. They're using their capability to demonstrate the power of Chinese army. You could see these young people, they're rising. They're carrying the spirit of Chinese army and also they inherit the fine tradition from the Chinese army. Now the team is going through the anti-tank ditch, and right now Team Uzbekistan is coming to the chemical reconnaissance zone. So now Team China already passed the slope, and it goes through the blendage, parking. And actually today we could see there's a lot of tests for the drivers. All right, start again, and the car's still accelerating. Very fierce competition. And also we provide a lot of guarantee. For example, we have medical service and the engineer maintenance team. They provide a safe environment for all of these teams for the competition. And also this time the competition is available in different media platform. All of these are trying to ensure that the game is fair, just, and open. Now Team 2 is going to the decontamination zone. Now they are trying to set up the equipment. So for the 3 members, they have to work closely with each other. Now the driver is trying to open up the valve. And then the 2 reconnaissance officers is trying to do the spraying and the brushing of the toxic agents. If the pipe are not connecting properly, and then they will be penalized for at least 20 seconds. Now the decontamination work is completed for Team 2, and the vehicle starts its engine again. Now it comes to the obstacles and barriers for the soldiers. The leader is already getting off the vehicle. The first, the high wall. So for the teams of Team China, and actually they take less than 4 minutes to pass the obstacles and the barriers. This is very fast, and actually it is a breakthrough for the extreme. So for 2 teams in China, they're very excellent. Actually behind the scenes, we could see all of these members, they have devoted a lot in preparing the work. And also, actually, we have a backup team, Team 3. Even Team 3, they have set up some of the new records for the International Army Games. So if we have a backup team, we have to make sure that they have very good performance. Because of their support, we could see the Team 1 and Team 2 are able to demonstrate excellent performance. Very fierce competition, and also you could see many audience. They are waving the national flag and also the flag for the game. They are also cheering up for the members who are competing on the field. Now the first member of Team China still going through the obstacles. Actually, there are a lot of touching stories behind the games. In order to ensure the game can be conducted smoothly, we have the medical team and the maintenance team, judges team, and the coverage team. Especially for the live coverage team, it is because of their efforts we're able to watch the game. Even though we cannot see them from the camera, but because of them, we are able to capture all of these excellent moments for the games. Here, I would like to say a big thank you to all of those who have devoted themselves to broadcast the game. So now you could see Uzbekistan, they're actually entering into the radiation or reconnaissance zone. Once again, let's cheer up for them. And for the first team member of Team China, they already go through the loop road. There's no a permanent champion in the battlefield. But we have seen the strong will of those military troops. Because of their efforts, we could see the spirit and the power of military. So the first member already passed the low pile net, very fast pass, even though they are wearing the protective suits, but still they are quite swift and agile. Deep hole, and the second member follow closely to the first one, and the three members of Team China, you could see they're very close to each other. In the individual race, for the Team 1 and Team 2, they are the champion. So the final result is 9 minutes and 12 seconds. And actually, that already demonstrates the extreme. Alright, all the team members have passed the finishing line for Team China. So the final result is 18 minutes and 19 seconds. So this is the Chinese speed. Once again, it also created the miracle. Now they are trying to demonstrate the national flag. So for all these 6 members, they're very united, and now they're actually holding the national flag. And if you look at the viewing platform, you could see all these soldiers, they're cheering up for their colleagues. Bravery also demonstrates the spirit of the Chinese military. So during the intense competition, now you could see once again we see the national flag in the safe environment contest. Congratulations to Chinese Army. Also we see the character, the brave Chinese Army. I believe this is the slogan for them, and which encouraged them to move forward. Congratulations to Team China. The team's still going on. Now Team Uzbekistan is going through the decontamination zone. Actually, it is the first time for Uzbekistan to participate in the safe environment contest. In the individual race, they ranked number 3. They also have very good performance. But unfortunately, for Team 2 of Uzbekistan, in the second round of the game, they have some penalties. So in the individual games, they become number 3. So let's see how they perform in the relay race. For Team China, they are very fast in the individual race. For the 2 teams, they use 9 minutes and 12 seconds to be the champion. And also this time, they also have a very excellent performance for the relay race. For the 2 teams, they complete the relay race with 18 minutes and 19 seconds. This has also created a miracle for the military games. So now we could see the Uzbekistan's soldiers, they're going through the obstacles and barriers. Now they're going through the net wall. And also there are some rules for passing the night wall. Otherwise, if they break the rules, they will need to be penalized. Going through the hole, no problem. For Uzbekistan, you could see the way for the passing the hole is the same with the Team China. Now they are going through the sky ladder. And this time we could see the soldiers there exhausted, and also it requires very strong physical strength for all of these members. Now they go through the balance beam, past the area of the damaged houses. So for the damaged houses, this area, when the soldiers are coming to this area, these people are very exhausted. and they have to start to run again, and this will actually affect their overall performance. So even though they're very exhausted, but if we look at their movement, to see still they're very swift. So these are the Chemical Defense Corps. They are the bravest people in the battlefield. We are very admired by their excellent performance. Now the soldier already goes through the loop road. So he's trying to change the position and go through the low pile net. So in this part, many people need to be penalized because they have to stick to the ground. Alright, the second member already passed the loop road. According to the rules for each one of the obstacles, we only allow one person to enter into the obstacle. So now you could see for these people, when they are passing through the low pile net, they have to stick to the ground. The first member already passed the finishing line. The second member already jumped into the deep hole. Let's cheer up for them. Let's look forward to the excellent performance for the last member of Team Uzbekistan. He's trying to accelerate. Alright, he hit the finishing line. So the final result is 24 minutes and 24 seconds. So right now you could see the first round of contest is completed, and the judges will make the final verification of the results. So for the game, actually, you could see the exchange of their military power and also their military skills. So this is the simulation of the real-time battlefield. Once again, congratulations for Team China and the Team Uzbekistan. Soon we will have the second round of the contest, Belarus versus Vietnam. So now I would like to show you the replay of the game. Now is the maintenance time. Stay tuned with us, we will have a short break.
好，比赛继续进行。
战戈壁，斗风沙。当8月的骄阳遇上迷彩的铠甲，总能碰撞出炫目的炽热火花。观众朋友们，第2轮对决马上开始。
Dear viewers, now we are about to have the second round of competition of the Safe Environment Context. We will have Belarus versus Vietnam. Actually, we could feel the atmosphere of the battlefield and are seeing the excellent performance of the soldiers from different teams. So when we are watching the game, it feels like we are already taking board on the vehicles. So we believe we will again have excellent performance of the two teams. Let's look forward to their excellent performance. Dear viewers, the second round of the competition is about to start. So let's take a look at the two teams. Let's take a look at the members from the two teams. So first, I would like to introduce you with some of the members from Team Belarus. We have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. This is from Team 1 of Belarus. Now we are seeing the members from Team 2 of Belarus. We also have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. Now we are seeing the members from Team Vietnam. We have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. Now let's take a look at the members from Team 2 of Vietnam. So we have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. So for the two teams, they're already entering into the airtightness room. So if you watch our games, I believe you have a general idea of our game. For this year as compared to the previous years, we also revised some of the rules. For example, we have adjusted the width of the limited gate, and also we are providing less probes for the identification of the toxic agent. And also for the pole, we also setting up 27 sticks. So we have to provide more strict standards for the competition so as to simulate the real-time battlefield. For all the settings, they're actually a simulation of the battlefield because there is no a preview and also a drill for the battlefield. We have to set up more standards in the drilling practices. So for all the soldiers, they have to train really hard so as to save their lives in the real battle time. So for the first team, they have complete the air tightness check. They are collecting the tubes, cards, and the probes for the reconnaissance work. So this is a test of the comprehensive military power. So it is actually a competition of race and energy and race and passion. So the most important thing is not to defeat the opponents. Instead, they have to surpass themselves. They're actually using their all-out efforts and march towards the victory. I hope all of them can make breakthroughs as compared to themselves and gain honor and victory in the end. Now, at the starting line, you could see for all the members, they are checking the air tightness for their protective suits and the gas mask, and also all the equipments. And also the side judges, they are trying to take videos to capture all the moments. So now you could see they're checking on their gloves. And for our working staff, they actually give some introduction to the members who are participating in the contest. And also they are preparing the card and the form for the detection of the toxic agent. In order to ensure the game is fair and just, so we have to make sure that the working staff have to check all the equipments and devices. All right, the preparation is finished. And the soldiers, they're rushing to the vehicle and they're ready to start the game. They already collect all the devices they need and they're ready to compete. Let's hold our breath and look forward to their excellent performance. And all of these soldiers have this can-do spirit. They are ready to compete in the safe environment contest. We believe all of them could showcase their highest level and complete the game successfully. Now Team 1, Belarus. You could see all the members are already in the cars. And the driver from Vietnam, he's also making the last-minute preparation, adjusting the belt of the gun. All right, he's inside the vehicle. So Belarus is in the inner track and Vietnam is in the outer track. Let's wait for the start of the game. Now from the screen you could see the countdown. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Dear viewers, now the second round of the Safe Environment Contest starts. Now they are passing the ramp. Let's see which one is leading the other. So right now they're going through the ramp. Very fierce competition, and also we could see the passion of the viewers. Now the two teams are going through the limited gate very fast. No problem. And today there's no wind, also creating a favorable condition for the contest. So in the track, the Team Belarus is leading Vietnam. But still, these two teams are quite close with each other. They successfully passed the minefield. And you could see the vehicle is accelerating. Now they're coming to the first reconnaissance zone, the chemical reconnaissance zone. And during the chemical and the radiational reconnaissance, they should not touch any one of the equipment or the soil. So first of all, the soldiers have to protect their own safety. They have to speed up in identifying the toxic agent. And this will help to minimize the casualty for the troops. So right now, the reconnaissance officer from Belarus is doing the work for the reconnaissance taxi agent. And actually, in the individual game, for Team Belarus, it takes them 1 minute and 36 seconds to complete the reconnaissance. So now they're trying to identify the taxi agents and filling the card. And now he's trying to collect the sample of the soil. So in the individual game, and for Team 1 of Vietnam, they got a penalty for 85 seconds. This will also actually have an impact for the overall result. So on top of the accuracy, they have to make sure that they have a steady and solid performance of other items. So we have to ensure the speed and also ensure the accuracy. So right now you could see for the two teams, they are passing the dual track bridge and now they're entering into the S-shaped road. Still we could see Team Belarus is leading ahead with the Team Vietnam, but they're quite close with each other. It's hard to say which one will catch up with them. So as we have many rules for the competition, it is a simulation of the real-time battle. Because there's no rule for real-time battle, they have to do a lot of exercise and training in order to improve their comprehensive capability. Now you could see the vehicle is accelerating to go through the snake-shaped road. Now Team Belarus is leading. Very nice skill in the driving. Very nice drifting and passing the turn. Now the two teams have entered into the radiation or reconnaissance zone. Now you could see for the reconnaissance officer, they jump off the vehicle when they park at the radiational site. So now they are doing the inspection of the radioactive contamination. If they're doing a good job in this section, maybe it will improve their overall results. So during their inspection, actually they're paying a lot of attention to the details. They shall not miss any one of the radiative source. And here, still, they have to speed up because for the two teams, you could see their performance is quite close with each other. Now you could see these people, they are using the probe to identify the radiative source. And from their actions, their movements, you could see they are quite calm. They are also very confident in identifying the radiative source. We have very strict rules for the contest. It will also increase the difficulties of the game. So on one hand, they have to increase their speed, but of course they have to abide by the rules. So for the two teams, you could see basically they complete the reconnaissance work at the same time, but Team Belarus is faster than Vietnam. And for the two teams, they are about to enter into another obstacle, the anti-tank ditch. So the most difficult part is that after you go through the anti-tank ditch, there is a very severe turn, about a 90-degree. All right, it's a very nice pass. Team Belarus already passed the slope. All right, you could see the driver try to back the vehicle into the blindage. And we have many side judges here. They have to make sure that each movement is done in place. So if some of the judges, if they raise a white flag, meaning that there may be some faults and the team will be penalized. And for the side judges, They have to endure the hot weather and also to provide a very fair and just judgment. All right, now you could see Vietnam is surpassing Belarus. Now they're entering into another operation area, the decontamination work. Actually, these two teams, they're quite close with each other for the performance. So they cannot afford any miss and any fault. So for the two teams, actually they're moving very fast. The driver starts to open the valve, and the officers are able to clean and brush all the toxic agents. Very fast clean. So if we look at the situation, Belarus is a little bit faster than Team Vietnam. They close the valve and the officers are going back to the vehicle. So Team Belarus is the first one to complete the decontamination work. Soon they will enter into the obstacles and the barrier zone. You see they get off the vehicle. And at the starting line, a team from Belarus, they're actually cheering up for their peers. So actually, for all of these soldiers who are participating in the game, they're actually one of the best. Let's look forward to the excellent performance. Now you could see we have many people, they're cheering up for the performance. So let's cheer up for the contestants who are competing on the field. So let's cheer up for Team Belarus. Also, we would like to cheer up for Team Vietnam. You could see Wu Jing is also very excited. Now Team Belarus, you could see the first member already passed the net wall. And actually he was closely followed by the member from Team Vietnam. He's trying to pass the hole. And in this obstacle area is actually a test of the willingness, because we have so many obstacles and barriers. And for these soldiers, they also have to wear very heavy protective gear. This will also have an impact for their performance. They have to use their perseverance to complete the task. And also you could actually have a sense of the atmosphere of the battlefield. This is also a test for their mental condition. In the safe environment contest, actually it is a competition of their bravery and also a contest for their military capability. I believe you're quite impressed by their performance, and also you are quite shocked by their perseverance. I believe all of them will create miracles in today's game. And you could see for these two soldiers, they're very exhausted, but still, they're holding on. Now they're going to the single lot bridge. All right, they already get off the single lot bridge. Now they're making the final dash. Now you could see Team Vietnam is trying to catch up with Team Belarus. And basically, they're going through the loop road at the same time. I think there may be a fault from Team Belarus. All right, Team Vietnam. So Team Vietnam already come to the low pile net. if they have a very strong will, you could see their potential can be fully unleashed. Right now, you could see the side judges have raised some white flag, and maybe it will have to give some penalties for the two teams. Once again, Team Vietnam has surpassed Team Belarus. Now they're going to the very last obstacle, the deep hole. Now they're about to go through the finishing line. And also you could see members from Team Vietnam, they're cheering up for their team. Now you could see for the soldier who have just passed the finishing line, they're very exhausted. Actually, during the obstacle areas, it's also a test of their strong will. Now, Team Vietnam has completed the relay, and Team 2 of Vietnam start the journey. First, it passed the ramp. Very nice pass, and also you could see the smoke and gases. And Team Belarus is trying to chase Team Vietnam, and they all passed the limited gate, and now they're entering into the minefield. So in this area, there's a test of the skill of the driver. So you could see, because of the skillful driving, all these two teams are able to go through all the mine and pass the minefield. So Team Vietnam has go to the chemical reconnaissance zone. In the individual race, they rank number 5. Hopefully, in the relay race, Team Vietnam can set a new record for themselves. So now they are holding a gun-like objects for the operation. So what is that, Professor Liu? So from the screen, you could see for the reconnaissance officer, he's actually holding a device with a gun-shaped probe. So this is a probe to identify the toxic agent. So for this device, it could help to open up the tube and also to extract some of the toxic gases by looking at the color. The reconnaissance officer is able to identify the category of the toxic agent. So we have to seize every second to gain victory. So right now, the officer is trying to collect the samples of the soil. So during the operation, now we are seeing the reconnaissance officer from Team Belarus. So also I could see one of his tube is dropping on the ground. According to rules, if some of the devices dropping on the earth, on the ground, and they will be penalized. So right now, Team Vietnam completed the chemical reconnaissance work, and they start their journey again. And soon the vehicle will arrive at the dual-track bridge. And the height of the bridge is about 1 meter. This is also a simulation of the explosion of the bridge. Very nice performance of Team Vietnam, and now it goes through the S-shaped road. And this year it is the 8th time for Team China to participate in the International Army Games. So for International Army Games, it's an important platform to boost the mutual trust and also to promote the friendship between different countries. And this is also a platform to promote the military exchange and showcase the military power of different countries. And we are actually seeing the excellent performance of different countries. And also, we are seeing a very nice cooperation between the military power between different countries. Now, Team Vietnam is going through the crater. So now it has already gained some advantage as compared to the performance of Team Belarus. We hope Team Vietnam can stick to the end. And also we would like to cheer up for Team Belarus. So for Team Vietnam already entered into the radiational reconnaissance zone. Now they start to identify the radiative source. So for the team, they are holding the radiative equipment to identify the source of the radiation. They have to act very fast because every second counts. So we need all of these soldiers to stay calm, but at the same time, they have to pay full-out efforts during the game. So when they're leading the others, they should not be pride. But however, if they're lagging behind, they still have to have very strong will to complete the game. We believe for the two teams, they will deliver a good performance in the end. The game is still going on, and Team Belarus is trying to catch up with Team Vietnam. When the two teams pass this area, we are not sure which one will lead the other. Alright, Team Belarus complete the radiational reconnaissance. They're surpassing Vietnam the second time. The vehicle is still accelerating. So actually for the 3 operational zones, these are the opportunities for each team to surpass the others. Dear viewers, let's give a big applause to the performance. So now you could see we have so many people staying on site and cheer up for the contestants. And also we are showing the hospitality from the Chinese audience. Now Team Belarus is going through the blindage. They keep accelerating, and also for Team Vietnam, they have completed the work for the radiational reconnaissance zone. And now they're trying to catch up with Team Belarus. And Team Belarus is going through the hill. It's very dangerous, and for the Team Belarus, you could see actually one of their wheels is touching one of the obstacles. We hope they could be steadied. So according to the rules, if the wheels will touch the obstacles, and then they also will get penalties. Now Team Belarus is the first to arrive at the decontamination zone. What is the function for the decontamination, Professor Liu? For decontamination, it's trying to remove the toxic agent and the radioactive source from the road, objects, personnel, etc. So for the objective is to minimize the casualty for the troops who are being contaminated, and then we're able to use some of the equipment. So now very fast work for the decontamination. All right, Belarus already complete the decontamination. They are going back to the vehicle. Set the timer again and start their journey. Now Team Belarus is leading Vietnam, and now they're entering into the personnel obstacles and the barrier zone. And also you could see some of the members from Team Belarus are cheering up for their peers that are on the battlefield. Vietnam is also entering into the obstacles areas. So for the ropeway, the height is 1.8 meters and the length is 40 meters. So for the ropeway, what are the difficulties and challenges to these soldiers? For the ropeway, for the length is 40 meters. For this ropeway, it seems quite simple. However, it is a test for the upper level strength and also the level of balance for the soldiers when they are passing through the ropeway. When they are holding the rope, they should not seize it too tight, otherwise it will limit their speed. So for the first member is coming to the net wall. So for all the soldiers, they have to be careful in passing through the net wall. Now they are going through the hole. It feels like he is stuck in the hole because of the rifle. So for Team Belarus, when they're going through the hole, it's quite different as from other countries. Because he's taken the crawling position to go through the hole. And for the first member, you could see the belt is actually broken off, and this may also have an impact for his performance. So we have to pay attention to each one of the details. So we have to ensure the stability. So actually he is holding the automatic rifle. So what is the function for this type of rifle made in China? For the 951 rifle, and actually it has a very small size and very light. And for the material for the rifle, it looks very beautiful outside, and also it will help to reduce the weight for the rifle. And this will minimize the energy consumption for each one of the soldiers. So right now for Team Belarus, the first member, you could see he have to hold the rifle, and he's trying to go through the loop road. So for the length, it's 6.5 meters, and also the width of the channel is 1 meter. Let's take a look at the performance of Vietnam. They already passed the sky ladder, and they are trying to catch up of Team Belarus. The excellent performance actually demonstrates their dedication. And also we could see their hard working in their training. They are also using their strong will to demonstrate their military power. Now the audience is actually cheering up for the two teams. So this time, for these members, they conquer a lot of difficulties and trying their best to complete the game. So the first member from Team Belarus already goes through the finishing line. Now we could see he is very exhausted at this time. And for each one of the team, there is a combat unit. And the performance of each one of these soldiers, they are playing a key role for the overall performance. So we have to wait for the very last member to complete the game, because each one of them contributes to the result of the game. Alright, now Team Belarus finished the game. The result is 25 minutes and 54 seconds. Very nice performance. let's look forward to the performance of Team Vietnam. Actually, for Team Belarus and Vietnam in the second round of competition, it's quite fierce competition. And especially when they're moving along, we could see these two trying to catch up with each other for many times. And Team Belarus is the first to complete the game. Congratulations to all the teams for completing the game. All right. Team Vietnam is about to pass the game, past the finishing line. So for all the soldiers, they fight for the honor from their nation. All right, they complete the game. Team Vietnam already complete the game. The final result is 26 minutes and 54 seconds. So actually, it is a test for their physical strength and also their military power. And now we will have their maintenance work. And later, we will have the last round of the game and Team Russia with the Rocky Forces of China. Now I would like to show you some of the replay of the game.
之前筑梦荣光。拼搏让青春美丽无限，使命磅礴起无穷力量，不惧风雨，斗志昂扬，胜利才是最美勋章。说风舞，黄沙扬，战车豪迈驰骋疆场，家国情，胸中壮，勇往直前，筑梦荣光。说风舞，黄沙扬，战车豪迈驰骋疆场，家国情，胸中壮，勇往直前，筑梦荣光。军阵踏出了戈壁铿锵，铁甲碾碎着滚滚热浪，迷彩融入大漠苍茫，军徽映照信念，坚如钢，拼搏让青春美丽无限，使命磅礴起无穷力量，不惧风雨，斗志昂扬，胜利才是最美勋章。说风舞，黄沙扬，战车豪迈驰骋疆
各
场，
部位就位，比赛继续进行。
家国情，胸中壮，勇往直前，筑
旌旗猎猎，战鼓催征，与毒共舞，向战而。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Safe Environment Contest.
环境核生化侦察组比赛接力赛的第3轮对抗。
The round 3 competition of the nuclear, biological, and chemical reconnaissance will about to start.
大家好，我是四荣晶。
参加本轮对抗的是俄罗斯
And for this round of competition, we have Team Russia versus the PLA Rocky Force. For the individual game, Team Russia game number 2, and the PLA Rocky Force, even though they participate in the game, they do not participate in the ranking, but still they demonstrate very excellent performance. Let's see which one will gain the victory. Dear viewers, now the game's about to start. Now let's get to understand the team members of Team Russia and the Rocky Force. So for Team 1 from Russia, we have the leader, reconnaissance officer, and the driver. For Team 2 from Team Russia, we have the leader, the reconnaissance officer, and also the driver. Now let's take a look at the members from PLA Rocky Force, the leader Wang Zhi, the reconnaissance officer Xiao Qingpeng, and the driver Zhu Shenghe. Team 2 from the PLA Rocky Force, the leader Yang Tao, the reconnaissance officer Xu Guiping, and the driver Zhang Xuetong. So for the two teams, they are entering into the air tightness room. So we have to make sure that the game is fair, just, and open. This is also the spirit for the International Army Games. So for the Korla games, actually we have developed the sensors in obstacles, and also we have very intelligent evaluation system. We are making sure that all the game results can be generated automatically, and also we can make a very fair and just decision. And also we have UAV and cameras throughout the field. And for the side judges, they will also hold cameras to take videos of the game. All of this information will be made available to all the teams. So by doing that, we are making sure that all the results are transparent. And also we have a coverage team so that for the whole game can be broadcast through a number of media platforms. If there is a dispute, the judge can collect the videos and to check all the evidence, and then he is able to make a final decision. Dear viewers, once again, let's say a big thank you and pay our tribute to those who have devoted themselves for the preparation of International Army Games. Now for the two teams, now they are finishing the air tightness checking, and now they are collecting the equipment, devices, and probes for the reconnaissance work. And yesterday in the Suvorov contest, the weather is not that ideal, but today we have very clear sky, and also it's quite cool for the contest. And wish all the teams can demonstrate their highest level and to deliver very good performance. Now for the side judges, they're capturing the videos for the game. Have to make sure all of the judgments is based on evidence. So right now you could see the members are ready to get on the vehicle. Now you could see for the three members from the Rocky Forces, they're trying to encourage themselves. I hope they could have an excellent performance today. Also from Team Russia, they're ready to get on the car. Now the driver from the Rocky Force is checking the vehicle to make sure that there's no accidents occurred during the contest. So Team Russia is in the track He's doing the last-minute preparation. They're paying attention to all the details. All right, the Rocky Force is ready. The PLA Rocky Force is in the outer track, and Team Russia is in the inner track. Dear viewers, now we are seeing the countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Now the competition starts. Now you could see the reconnaissance vehicle is kicking off. Now they are passing through the first obstacle, the ramp. And the two teams, they are actually very close with each other of the performance. They're trying to demonstrate their military power with their excellent performance. So now the two teams are entering into the minefield. It's a test of their willingness and physical strength. Now they're going to the front part of the viewing platform. Let's cheer up for the two teams. Now you could actually feel the passion of the audience. Let's wave the flag, the national flag, and the IAG flag to cheer up for the two teams. So the two teams right now is doing the chemical reconnaissance. Very fast identification of the toxic agent. So now we are seeing the reconnaissance officer from Team Russia, very fast. In the outer track, for the PLA Rocky Force, the reconnaissance officer already completed the work. He already returned to the vehicle, and soon they will enter into the second section of the obstacles, the dual-track bridge. Very nice pass of the bridge. Now the vehicle enters into the S-shaped road. So for the PLA Rocky Force is leading Team Russia. In the chemical reconnaissance zone, you could see the reconnaissance officer is very fast, which also gaining a lot of advantage. In order to win the game, you have to seize every opportunity. So for Team Russia, really have to catch up and speed up in passing through the obstacles. So now the vehicle is going through the S-shaped road and the snake-shaped road. All of these obstacles actually are simulation of the real-time battlefield. Right now the vehicle is passing through the crater. Now you actually could see the smoke behind the vehicle. So this is the time for the two teams to compete with each other about their driving skills. Very nice drifting. And the vehicle continues to accelerate. Soon it will arrive at the radiation or reconnaissance zone very fast for the Rocky Force. The reconnaissance officer right now is doing the identification of the radioactive source. So I think for Team Russia right now, they have to stay calm and try to shorten the gap. So for the Rocky Force, and you could see for the reconnaissance officer, he's very fast in identifying the radiational source. All right, he complete the task and go back to the vehicle. Now the Rocky Force is leading Team Russia. Let's cheer up for Team Russia. And of course, we expect the Rocky Force to continue this good momentum. So in this real-time simulated battlefield, it is common that you go through different obstacles and difficulties. So right now you could see for the Rocky Force, it takes good advantage of the functionalities of the reconnaissance vehicle. So right now the team is going to the blindage, back the vehicle. They have to be careful in backing the car. No problem. So for the two teams of the Rocky Force, and during the individual race, they also deliver very good performance. In the relay race, I believe they will give better performance. Soon it will arrive at the decontamination solution. All right, Team Russia also arriving at the radiation or reconnaissance zone. So right now we are doing the decontamination work. What are some of the challenges for the decontamination? Professor Liu, can you tell us more about this? So for the decontamination and for the soldiers, they have to take 4 devices, including the spraying devices and the brushing devices, to do the cleaning work. Actually, for all of these equipments, it is very heavy. They also have to wear a very heavy equipment and also very heavy glove to do the decontamination. If the brushes dropped, then the team will be penalized. So we believe one of the reconnaissance officer, actually he go back to the decontamination board. So all right, the decontamination work is completed. Right now they're entering into the personnel obstacles and barrier zone. Now they're about to go through the obstacles. So for Team Russia, they are about to arrive at the decontamination zone. If there's a will and there is a way, I believe for all of these soldiers, they have done a lot of hard work in their training. I believe today, in today's contest, they are able to deliver satisfactory performance. Very fast pass of the parapet. He's still speeding up. Now he's arriving in front of the net wall. Let's cheer up for Team Rocky Force. We could see the first member of the PLA Rocky Force is able to go through the hole. For Team Russia, they are completing the decontamination work. For Team Russia, now they are arriving at the personnel, obstacles and barriers. For the Rocky Force, the first member already passed the balance beam and he's about to arrive at the damaged houses. Coming to this stage, actually for all of these members, they are challenging their extreme. Professor Liu, so can you tell us more about the experience for the soldiers when they are going through the obstacles with the goggles? So actually, they do not have enough oxygen inside of their body, and it is very difficult for them to go through the obstacles. It requires all of them to have a sufficient physical strength because it has a big consumption of their energy. It requires a strong body for all of these soldiers. Yes, indeed. For all of these soldiers, we believe they've done a lot of hard work before they come into the contest. So for Team Russia, you could see they're ready to go through the holes. Even though they're lagging behind, but still, they're trying to catch up with the rocky falls. All right, they passed the hole. For the rocky falls, for the first team member, he's going to the last obstacle, the deep hole. All right, he passed the finish line and also complete the relay. Let's go back to Team Russia. The first member already passed the balance beam. For the rocky falls, the second member complete the relay. For the relay, we are actually using the cartridge of the rifle. All right, the third member of the rocky falls complete the relay, and the second team of the rocky falls start its journey for the contest. Let's look forward to their excellent performance. Now we are seeing Team Russia, the first member. He is going through the single log bridge. Let's cheer up for Team Russia. He's entering into the loop road. Let's give a big applause to Team Russia. Now you could see for all this Chinese audience, they're actually shouting and also cheering up for the members who are competing on the field. And actually in the finishing line, you could see some of the soldiers from Team Russia, they are cheering up for their peers. Now let's look at the performance of Team 2 of the Rocky Falls. They have arrived at the chemical reconnaissance zone. Now they're checking the toxic agent of the number 3 sampling site. Very fierce competition. For the first member of Team Russia already entering to the deep hole. He complete the relay. So for Team 2 of the Rocky Falls, already complete the chemical reconnaissance. Now enter into the dual track bridge. Very nice pass of the track. All right, the third member of Team Russia complete the relay, and the second team of Team Russia start its journey. We hope Team Russia could try their best in trying to catch up with Team Rocky Falls. So Team Rocky Falls now is entering into the crater. Now you could see the smoke and the bombs. It's real simulation of the battlefield. No problem in passing the limited gates. Now Team Russia is entering into the minefield. Very flexible turn. Now Team Russia is entering into the chemical reconnaissance zone. Let's cheer up for Team Russia, set the timer. Now they start their work in the chemical reconnaissance. So they have to stay calm to complete the reconnaissance. So even though they have to speed up, but still they have to focus on the accuracy of the identification of the toxic agent. Even though they're lagging behind with Team Rocky Falls, But still, if we look at the operation of the reconnaissance officer from Team Russia, he performed very steady. Now let's look at the PLA Rocky Force. Now they're entering into the decontamination zone. Well, they're coming to the radiation or reconnaissance zone. Now we could see the commentator is also very excited. So for Team 2 of Rocky Force already complete the work of the radiation or reconnaissance. I believe for all the audience, they're quite excited about the game. All of them are cheering up for the soldiers who are competing on the field. We're very proud of them. So for Team Russia, the reconnaissance officer is trying to collect the sample. Set the timer again. Go back to the vehicle. Very fast start of the engine. So now let's look at the performance of the Team Russia. Successfully passed the dual-track bridge. The vehicle keep accelerating. It tried to go through the S-shaped road, make sure that the vehicle will not touch any of the restricted pole. Very nice pass. Now Team Russia is coming to the snake-shaped road. So now we could see for the side judge, he raised the white flag. So from the camera, you could see for the vehicle, it touches some of the restricted pole. And this will also adding some of the penalty time. Now Team Russia arrived at the radiational reconnaissance zone. Steady parking, get off the car, and now they start their work in identifying the radiational source. So from the camera, you could see from the PLA Rocky Force, they already arrived at the decontamination zone. For Team Russia, they're still very calm and very confident. So Professor Liu, can you tell us more about the objective in setting up the section for identifying the radiational source? So by having this section, we would like to test the capability for the soldiers in identifying the radioactive source. And also, they have to identify the contamination area for the radioactive source. And this will also provide support for the troops to ensure their own safety. So even though today is a contest, but still it is a simulation of the real-time battlefield. And also the procedure for the contest, also a simulation of the battlefield. Right now, Team Russia is finishing the radiational reconnaissance zone. I believe we all impressed by the performance of the Team Russia. It also shows that they have done a lot of hard work in the training. Once again, let's cheer up for Team Russia. From the camera, you could see our audience, the Chinese audience, we are beating up the drums to cheer up for all of the teams who are competing on the field. So right now, Team Russia already passed the slope and enter into the blindage. Back the vehicle. Change the gear and start again. The vehicle is about to enter into the hill area. Let's take a look at the performance of the PLA Rocky Force. The first member of the PLA Rocky Force already passed the damaged house. So for the two teams, even though Rocky Force is leading the other team, but still, if we look at the performance of Team Russia, they still have very good performance. Because right now it's just 19 minutes. For Team Russia, I believe they still demonstrate a very high level of military skills. So now they're entering into the decontamination zone. Let's take a look at the performance of the Rocky Force. They have already passed the low pile net. And the second member closely followed the first member. Alright, the first member of the Rocky Force already passed the finish line. Let's wait for the other two members of the PLA Rocky Force. Let's see whether they can create a new miracle in the contest. Let's wait and see. Alright, finish the game. Rocky Force. The final result is 20 minutes and 24 seconds. Congratulations to the Rocky Force. And also, if we look at the members from the Rocky Force, they're also celebrating the completion of the game. So right now for Team Russia, they're trying to go through the ropeway. And also for the 6 members from the Rocky Force, they're actually encouraging each other and congratulate with each other. Once again, please give a big applause to the members from the PLA Rocky Force. Now they're demonstrating the flag representing the PLA Rocky Force. This is the time of honor and also the time of highlight. Congratulations to the PLA Rocky Force. So right now you could see they all put a big smile on their face. They're very excited about the competition. So now let's go back to Team Russia. Now they're entering into the obstacles and the barrier area. Dear viewers, please give a big applause to our old friend, Team Russia. Let's cheer up for them. Now you could see for all the Chinese audience, they are waving the national flag and also the IAG flag to cheer up for Team Russia. Very passionate. Right, you could see the member from Team Russia is jumping off the damaged houses. They're using their all-out efforts to dash to the finishing line. From the camera, you can see for Team Russia, they're very powerful. Now they're going into the loop road. Now they're changing their way to hold the rifle. Now they have to pass through the low pile net. And also we could see the soldiers from Team Russia, they're actually cheering up for their peers on the field. I believe they touch the net otherwise, and they will be penalized for several seconds. So even though they're accelerating, but have to make sure that they shall not touch the net when they're going through the low pile net. The first member is entering into the deep hole. In and out. The second member also passed the finishing line. The third one passed the deep hole, last 10 meters. Completion. Team Russia finished the game. The final result is 24 minutes and 32 seconds. For all the soldiers, they dedicated themselves in preparing for the game. And today, we have an excellent game for the safe environment. Let's pay our highest tribute and respect to all the members. Congratulations to them all. With the morning session, we have completed the relay race for the safe environment, contest for the nuclear, biological, and chemical reconnaissance. For all the team members, they have demonstrated their military power and also promote the friendship between different countries. During the contest, for all the teams, they have provided with us a feast of the excellent military performance. Thank you for their performance. And thank you all for your presence. See you next time.